Hello everyone, my name is Paola and I want to welcome you all to Mindalia TV live stream where thousands of people around the world are gathering to watch the interviews and talks organized by MindaliaTV.com. In this occasion, we have Angel Rebo, who is a CEO consultant, TV host, international public speaker, and president of Wisdom for Kids, conducting an interview with Jennifer Cluff and Kurt Koontz. Jennifer is a filmmaker and one of the creators of PGS, the movie, and Kurt Koontz is a public speaker, author, and world traveler. But right before we welcome our guests and start the interview, I would like to remind you all that if you would like to help the world through Mindalia, there are a few things that you can do. One of them is to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Mindalia TV. The second one will be to give us a like or leave a positive comment down below this video. Please note that with these actions, you are helping us reach even more people around the world who can benefit from the content that we share. Also, to allow your interaction, please remember there's a chat on the side of your screen that you can use to ask questions to our guest, who will kindly answer to them by the end of the interview. Without further ado, please welcome Angel, Jennifer, and Kurt. Thank you all for being here.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Paula. It's a pleasure to be introduced by you tonight, and obviously to have Jennifer and Kurt with us. It's episode 2 of a series of interviews and talks that we have organized about the PGS movie, the Personal Guidance System movie. So, Jennifer, how have you been this past week?
Fantastic. Thank you, Angel. I've been really, really good. And I have been traveling with PGS, the movie. And I've moved from New South Wales and Australia up to Queensland.
Wonderful. I think I will have to stop this a little bit for a few seconds. Are you guys listening? Some sound returning?
Yes, I can.
I have feedback.
You have feedback. Okay, so I would maybe just like to suggest. Do you have more than one source of sound? Excuse me, to all our audience on Mindalia TV, but would there be a way? Is there anybody having more than one source of sound? I don't know. Or can you lower your
my source is just my headphones.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody, I don't know. Paula, are you hearing the same?
Yes, I am able to hear that.
Okay. My source is just my headphones. Yeah, exactly. Everybody. All right. So I think we'll have. I don't know. What do you think we should do? I think that because it's really annoying, so we hear that noise. And
Jennifer, do you guys have another? Do you have another sound?
But you all hear that. Let's.
Yes, is there a way to lower the volume from?
Yeah, let's try to isolate to see what might be happening. Okay,
I will
now
turn my volume to 0.
Now I don't hear anything. Do you guys hear it?
Awesome. I think we're back on track.
Yeah, we're on track. Yeah,
Awesome.
can you take it up again?
Okay, I took my volume up.
No, it's perfect. Okay, good. I think everything is perfect now. Yeah. Okay, good. Could you switch it on, Jennifer? No, we can't hear you now. Excuse me. Thank you for your patience to all the audience of Mindalia TV. Thank you so much. Jennifer, we can hear you. Hello?
I can hear you now, Angel.
Yeah, it comes from. I think it comes from Jennifer. Excuse me. Thank you for your patience. Yeah, I think it comes from. Thank you so much. Yeah, for some reason we have some feedback from your audio, Jennifer. I don't know what's happening, but
Maybe we can just don't use the headpiece, and we might be able just to.
Okay, why don't we? Okay, so let's try to interview direct Kurt then, Jennifer, if that's okay with you. Thank you. We apologize about that, and we continue with the conversation. Thank you very much for everybody for your patience here with us. Okay, good. So thank you, thank you so much. So let's ask Kurt. Hey, thank you very much for being here. As I said before, it's the second episode of Intuition, the personal guidance system, PGS, that we are supporting on a worldwide basis. So Kurt, what can you tell us about the movie, and what is intuition for you? What does
Angel,
that mean?
Thank you very much for having me. This movie is absolutely incredible. I met Bill and Jennifer. I met Bill several years ago, and I met Bill and Jennifer face to face in Los Angeles in February. And then they brought the film to my hometown of Boise, Idaho. It is an incredible movie. And I think I've seen it now 9 different times. And every time I get another very large nugget that goes directly to my soul. It's a very empowering movie. It's very enlightening. And it has a message that needs to be shared with the world. It's incredible.
Absolutely. We couldn't agree more. What would you say? I mean, the first time that you met with Bill and with Jennifer, what did you think about, their story? What grabbed your attention?
They're incredible people. They're extremely humble. Their accomplishments that they've had in the material and the spiritual world are mind-boggling. And they always have time and patience for every individual. You'll be standing at line before the screening, and they want to talk to every person, and it's like nobody else exists. And they're intuitively involved in every aspect of their life. The film was made intuitively, they've marketed it intuitively, and they've met intuitive people. So it's a home run across the board.
Wow. And what about you? What is there anything in common between this movie and your life and your story, Kurt?
Very much so. I lead an intuitive life. I, at the age of 36, decided the corporate world was not for me. And I didn't have enough money to quit work, but my intuition said I should. So I stepped off of the corporate arena and I moved into the spiritual world. And I've become a traveler, and I travel almost nonstop. And I have no idea where my next trip will be. I let the trip find me, and the minute it does, I go. And that's how I've ended up in Bhutan. That's how I've ended up in India. That's how I've ended up in Costa Rica. That's how I've ended up in New York City. Just one little push and I'm off. My heart tells me where to go.
Wow. Can you tell us what of them? Obviously, there's like 20 plus stories that are being explained in the movie. There's 25, 26 people that are being interviewed by Bill. Is there one of these particular interviews that grab your attention more than others, or that drives your life more than others?
Oh, that's a hard question. I think that all of the people in the movie are incredible. I'm a little partial to the people from India because I have such a connection with India. So I believe that everybody from India is incredible. The nice part about the movie, it doesn't push an agenda. It doesn't say that religion is right. It doesn't say that the channelers are right. It says this is the viewpoint from about 9 different perspectives on what intuition is. And everybody that watches this movie will find something that will resonate with them.
Wow. And you said it's been 9 times that you have already watched the movie, correct?
Yes.
Wow. How many people have you seen?
I'm looking forward to my 10th.
How many people have you seen around you, having this eyebrow raising effect when they watch the movie with you?
Oh, it's incredible. When you see it in a theater with a room full of people, the energy is absolutely amazing. Very positive, very uplifting, and it's a group effort. Wow.
There's a lot of people in different places in the world that are trying to organize screenings. You've been doing them. As far as I know, you've done that. So how could you say, how was your experience? What has been like this transformation that has done to you and to your life?
Well, to host a screening was an incredible moment. I was able to get a hold of my friends and my network, predominantly through Facebook and social media, and tell them about this incredible movie. And then Bill and Jennifer came to my city. And I mean, how lucky to be able to say, here's a movie you can't see that you're now seeing, and here's the couple that made it. And to be able to have a live Q&A, to bring the community together and to watch this movie together, it's a wonderful experience. And I mean, it's very easy to host a screening. You can go to their website, and all of the information's there on how anybody can do it anywhere in the world. And I was on cloud 9 the night that we hosted the movie. In fact, we did 2 nights in a row in Boise, and it worked out very well.
Let me throw to you, because you are a world traveler. You've seen a lot of things. Let me throw at you a curveball. May I allow to do that?
Please.
Awesome. When you organize so many screenings and you see so many people opening up to intuition, does that affect your intuition in any way?
Well, yeah, it does. I think that, okay, here's an example. I just spent 5 weeks in Costa Rica. I got a hold of some people down there that own a yoga studio. And with Bill's permission, I arranged to have a small private showing of this movie. I didn't know hardly any of these people. And the next thing I know, I have 40 new friends in a community I've never been to. We watched the movie laying in a big room on yoga mats. And at the end of the movie, the people were like, our community has never seen anything like this. And I end up with 40 new friends, and Bill ends up with 40 new fans of the movie. And, you know, I just thought, hey, I'll ask Bill if I can do this, and maybe I'll find a place to make it happen. And again, intuitively, everything came together.
Do you see yourself like intuition and synchronicities have anything in common?
I do. I think that they're very common. And I've had this discussion with many people, including Bill and Jennifer. I believe so much in intuition, and more importantly, in synchronicity, that if synchronicity is not happening to me every single day in my life, it's a message that I'm on the wrong path. So when things are not just falling into place, I say, whoa, what am I doing wrong? And how do I get back to the area where everything grooves and every piece to every puzzle connects? And I would say I spend 360 days of the year on that path and 5 days on the other one, questioning why I'm not on the synchronous path.
Wow. I've never heard anything like this in my entire life. I mean, that's amazing. No wonder why Jennifer wanted me to meet with you and wanted us to share your experience and to share your amazing story with our audience. Thank you for being with us. So let me recap. Let's make this like digestible by our audience. So how do you reach a level of awareness in which you are able to go back to the path of synchronicity on a continuous basis, Kurt?
I would say the most important thing, and it's so basic, is accept everything that happens as is, and stop looking in the rearview mirror. And if you must look in the rearview mirror, only do it to learn. And looking down the road, don't look very far. Make sure you have the rent covered. Make sure you have some food in the cupboard. Beyond that, don't worry. And if you stay present in every moment of your life, everything takes care of itself. If you want to screw that puzzle up, just start worrying about tomorrow, or think about yesterday. And the movie, it's like watching the same movie over and over and thinking somehow it's going to end differently. It's not. It happened. So don't watch it, and don't look too much into the future. Stay right here. Everything works out fine.
Were you like that before you met with Jennifer and Bill?
Well, yes, but I was like that, but it's almost like a yoga practice. I've been doing yoga for 5 years, and at the end of every year, I think that I've gotten a little further down the road, but I'm really not. I have a lifetime ahead of me to learn. I kind of got on the spiritual path about really 18 years ago. Every year I get a little further down the road, and Bill and Jennifer have been my partners, and we've carried each other a little bit further along the path. So I wouldn't say I had a Shazam wow moment with them, but they have deepened my knowledge of intuition, especially with this incredible film.
Awesome. Outstanding. Thank you. Thank you so much. I would definitely like to ask you, I mean, how can our audience find you online? How can Mindalia TV viewers find you?
Well, I have a website. It's www.kurtkoontz.com, and that's KURTKOONTZ.com. I've written a book called A Million Steps, and my telephone number is 208-345-6421. So you can call me, email me, or buy my book. All three are good things to do.
Outstanding. I think our audience would like to know more about you. Definitely. Thank you for being with us today. So right now we're going to go to the answers to the questions that we have. So I'm going to ask you a few questions that are coming from our audience. And thank you for hanging in there, Jennifer. We see you there, so thank you. But so those are the questions. So first question: what aspect of the movie has been the most valuable to you? That's for you,
to me?
Kurt. Yeah, that's for you, Kurt. Yes, excuse me. Those questions
there's a woman, Carolyn Mace is in the movie, and she's incredible. And at one point in time, she says something. She says, "I'm tired of people saying, why do bad things happen to good people?" And her comment is, how do you know they're bad things? And I look back at my life and think about all of these big things that in the moment seem to be so scary. Every one of them were my greatest launch pads to learning. So I really like that line from her. And it's not, everyone has bad things that happen. How you deal with them and how you grow and go forward is what is important. To expect a life and never having any disruption is ridiculous. And she makes that quite clear.
Excellent. Next question. What are the most spiritual aspects shown in the movie, according to your opinion?
I would say it comes from the Indian guru from the ashram called Paramath Niketan. And the gentleman is a Indian saint, and every one of his words is very mystical, very spiritual. So I would say that that's the heart of the spiritual portion of the movie.
Next question. What is the main message you took from the film?
To always trust your heart and stop using your head, your ego, and your mind to make decision. Your eyes cause trouble because they see things. When your eyes are closed and you use your third eye, this eye tells you where to go. Your heart tells you where to go. Stop overanalyzing and go where your chest tells you to move.
Okay, follow-up question. Do you appear in the movie?
I do not. Which I'm kind of curious, Bill. How come I'm not in your movie?
Yeah, we can ask these kind of questions now that they can respond. Thank you. So, how would you describe intuition?
I would describe intuition as your inner pure voice telling you exactly what to do. And unfortunately, the mind tends to override that voice and vetoes the decision. So listen to your inner voice and go with it.
Okay. How do you experience intuition?
It's going to sound corny, but you do it intuitively. The minute that you feel something is right, you don't question it. The first trip I had to India, a woman I didn't know sent me a Facebook message and said, "I know you travel. You really need to come to Paramath Niketan in Rishikesh, India." I tried to book a flight that night. I didn't know you needed a visa. And my heart said I have to go there. I've gone there for the last 3 Novembers, and it's been a life-changing experience. And it started with the Facebook message. I just knew. I didn't question. I went for it.
Wow. Next question. How have you used intuition on your traveling?
Well, I've let my intuition tell me where to go. I really don't know where my next trip will be. What I do know is it will be incredible, and it will find me. A friend will ask me, the right opportunity will appear at the right time. And when it does, like a a trout jumping out of the river water, I'll get the fly and I'll go with it.
Next question. How do you learn to differentiate before what your mind is telling you and what your heart is telling you?
I think your heart is much more of a feeling, and it's like the gear goes into, it engages. Your mind is the thing that says, oh, I don't know, maybe yes, maybe no, and causes the question. So go with the first engagement. Don't let your mind talk you out of what your heart tells you to do.
Okay. What is the difference between using your intuition and surrendering to the world?
Surrender, I think, is a little bit of kind of giving up. They say the only thing that really goes with the flow are the dead fish. So I would not want to just lay back and take everything that comes along. I mean, you may get an intuitive hit that is a painful hit and is not good. And recognize that your intuition can tell you what is good and what is bad, which is demonstrated throughout the film.
Okay. Is there a way to have more synchronicities every day?
Yeah, stop overthinking. And again, as I said earlier, if you're not having synchronicities all the time, that's a message that you're on the wrong path and you need to change direction. So you may need to change the people you're interacting with. You may need to change your job. You may need to change a lot of things. But if every day you wake up and you're tired and you find everything as a hassle, it's the universe telling you you're on the wrong path.
Well, how can I organize a screening of the movie?
You can go to the website. I believe it's PGS the movie, and there's a link on there that tells you exactly how to do it, and it is so easy. You sign up, you're given a link that you can share on your social media, and you have to pre-sell the seats in the theater. So I think our theater held like 120 people or something, and I think we had to sell 60 of them in advance. Then the movie will play at any big theater. And it's an incredible experience to bring your friends and family together and watch this movie.
You've organized the screenings, right, yourself?
I have. Yeah, it was a very good experience. And Bill and Jennifer are very supportive, and the marketing company behind it is also very good.
Oh, so there's some support. So there's a marketing company supporting everybody that organizes a screening?
Yeah, you click on the link and say, I want to host a screening, and you're immediately given a link. And they have a little toolkit that tells you how to promote it to your friends. It's first class.
Okay. How, for someone that is not technology savvy, let's say, but they really like the conversation we had today or the one we had the other day, what would you recommend them to do? I mean, how heavy is it? Is it a heavy lifting for someone that is not really technology savvy?
No, it couldn't be easier. You just have to click on a form that says, I want to host a movie. And as long as you can spell your name and put your city in, that's all it takes.
Awesome. Let me ask you, that question comes from me. There's no more questions from the audience. So what's next in your relationship with Bill and Jennifer, Kurt? What's next in that space in your life?
I'm not sure, but they are wonderful people. And we've known each other for about 3 years, and we had our first face-to-face meeting in February. And we've ended up talking on the phone for, really 3 or 4 times a month. They stayed at my house for 3 nights, and they're both incredible people. 2 of the nicest souls I've ever met. And I'm not sure how we will engage, but my intuition tells me that we're going to have a long, good friendship.
Excellent. Well, I don't know if you would like to give any piece of advice to our audience before we go tonight. So Mindalia TV's audience is all yours now, Kurt.
I would say whatever you're thinking about doing in life, just go for it. And stop over analyzing every decision. And, both Bill and I went to Spain and walked a 500-mile walk called the Camino de Santiago. People ask me all the time, how do I do it? What do I do? What do I pack? And the answer is you buy a plane ticket. Once you have a plane ticket, you're there. And don't worry about what may or may not happen because you don't know those things. So go into any adventure with a very open mind. And when someone crosses your path, let your intuition realize they're there for a reason. And when an obstacle comes in front of you, don't get all uptight about it. It's just a little challenge. And look at that challenge as an adventure and plow through it.
Beautiful. Kurt is referring to Camino de Santiago in the north of Spain, the south of France and north of Spain. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful walk. Let's put it this way. Absolutely.
That's how Bill and I met. We both are Camino walkers, and we've both written books about the Camino.
Wonderful, beautiful. And as far as I know, I think Bill is going to be there again soon. So, well, it's been amazing. I mean, Jennifer, I know that for technical reasons we've had you kind of hanging in there all the time. It's been a real pleasure, obviously, to that you have allowed us to get to know Kurt tonight. That we've been able to get to know more about him and how he runs his life, and it's really been an eye-opening interview tonight for us. It's a pleasure again. This is the second episode of many that we have organized here at Mindalia TV to support the movie, to support the intuition, and to support the personal guidance system. Thank you very much, Kurt, for being with us tonight. Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me. Really nice to be here. Bill, Jennifer, thank you for arranging this. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you, Bill. And again, this is Angel Rebo with Mindalia TV. It's been a pleasure to have you here tonight, and see you soon again. Bye-bye.